With me is Dr. Abu Jazer, who is the top Palestinian diplomat right now here in India. Welcome to WION. My first question to you is about the situation in Gaza in terms of the announcement of the ceasefire. How do you see this ceasefire giving a respite perhaps right now to the people of Gaza?
Thank you for your consideration and interview me and Vions. Let me to explain is the ceasefire deal is announcement in Doha in last Wednesday. It's a hard work between many partners, Egypt and Qatar and the United States, and especially the Trump administration and also Biden administration, but they work also hard with the new Trump administrations. So the ceasefire is started to implement on the ground on Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. in Gaza. You see the people, how they are express and show their happiness and they're glad to reach ceasefire, because for them it means stop killing, stop incredible war, stop bombing. And they also, they want to go back to their homes and to finish this era of displacement in a very bad situation in a school without any services or in the street or on the beach. So they are also considering to live in peace and to back again to their normal life. That this is where deal is contains 3 phases in 6 weeks, and every phase has details of technical things. Hope to implement fully on the ground all the details of the ceasefire. Regarding this, or in Egypt, in Cairo, there is a joint operation room created between Egypt and Qatar and the Israelis and the Americans and Hamas, I think, to follow up the implementation of the details of the ceasefire and to work together to solve any challenges on the ground. And first phase of the release of the, as you see in the media yesterday, first phase of the exchange release of the Palestinians prisons and Israel's 3 ladies, females from Gaza exchange also, and 90 Palestinians prisons every time they are released. So we hope to implement all the phases of the ceasefire and go for other phase on the ground. How to make the ceasefire is permanent ceasefire and to go back to political solution on the Palestinian cause.
So moving on to essentially how this situation, which has arrived, the ceasefire, the release of the hostages, will help peace in West Asia after perhaps many months of conflict, not only in Gaza, but in Lebanon. And of course, we saw what happened between Israel and Iran. So do you think peace coming to the region?
We hope this. All actions is related to the Gaza war in Lebanon or in Yemen or in Iraq or somewhere, it's coming because of the Palestinians' action, because of the Israeli aggression on the civilians and killing the civilians in Gaza, and because their military operations, hard military operation in Gaza, supporting by the United States. So if the war is stopped, and back to the political solution, it's only a way to solve the Palestinian cause. Otherwise, it's the clashes and the non-stabilities and non-prosperities will be in front of the West Asia and the Middle East region. So we hope to go back and to come back again to the peace process again, and create Palestinians independent state as 1967 border and implement the international resolution of this. Otherwise, there is no hope, and it will be the chance will be only for the clashes. And we also, as a Palestinians, we hope also to back to the normal life. We hope to create our own countries and to finish this crisis by taking our rights.
Mm-hmm. I know, sir, India was not part of the talks. It was led by Qataris, and of course, the Israelis and Hamas, of course, had to basically talk about. And finally, we have a ceasefire. But essentially, how do you see India? India has been supporting the Palestinian cause, and India has been supporting the two-state solution as well. And it has been reiterated several times by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, by the Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. So, what is your expectations from the Indian government now since the ceasefire has announced?
See, expectation of India is a stand of our historic relationship since the Indian national movement up till now, and all of the faces or the freedom movement is we have good relations with all Indian government. If we speak about the current situation, we are looking that India to become, and we urge India and encourage India to be part with others, leaders in the area, and because the Prime Minister is have good relation with all of the leaders in the West Asia and the Middle East, to work together with all to make the ceasefire is not temporary, for all, also, second things in Gaza, after the stop of the killing and bombing and implement the ceasefire, we are keen and looking for Indians' initiative to giving support and essential things to the Gaza people, and we need to see. We hope and we need and we considering to see Indian flag in Gaza. And what is if India choose, this is Indian decided how can become part in because I think is almost of the country will be participate the support and giving the support and aid and essential things to Gaza people. For example, is Indians have experience in medical things. We hope to see Indian hospitals in Gaza after the ceasefire and in reconstruction of Gaza. We need also new schools. The Indians can be part of built new schools by the name of Indian leaders or by the name of India. And also Indian companies also, when we come to the restructure of Gaza, Indian companies can become part of the huge companies can keen to work in Gaza and to be part of this reconstruction in Gaza. And we need also Indian experience in different things, and they can invite injured people or ladies, females or children to treatment in India. They can send doctors to Gaza, specialized doctor. They can create hospital field, there is a lot of things, but what we are considering and we are hope India as a country to be part with other international communities and to express physically their support to the Palestinian people, especially after the incredible war, more than 470 days.
So, if I get it right, you basically are saying that India can help in reconstruction of Gaza once, of course, this ceasefire comes to effect, which it has come to effect. But essentially, if it holds on, India can help in reconstruction of Gaza. Is it correct? Are you inviting Indian companies?
Why not? It's opening for all. It's politically can come through the Indian government decisions for create special initiative supporting from the Indian budget to like schools or hospitals or whatever India decided. And second things for the private sector, they can become part of the reconstruction in Gaza, because Gaza, as the UN announced, it need 20 years and more to rebuild again, because a huge of 80% of Gaza is already full destroyed. So why Indian businessman, why Indian company to be there? It is our privilege. We invite them to become also and take their chance of this this initiative and these programs which we create. Maybe through international conference, maybe through the UN, through the Gulf support, or through whatever.
So you also mentioned Indian flag in Gaza. If you can just perhaps clarify.
Indian flag, what I mean, Indian flag rising on the Indian project.
Okay.
It means Indian project. Indian flag has through special Indian projects. Like whatever India decided, it's up to the Indian government. But we hope so. We are considering, we encourage, And we are stand on the history of our relationship, and stand on also our belief of the Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, trust in the Middle East and the trust from all the leaders, and his personal consideration to be part and to giving all his support to giving to the Palestinian people, and it will be much respectable from all Palestinians and appreciate also from the Gaza people.
And have you reached out to the Indian government over this, or has the Indian government reached out? I know the ceasefire just kicked off yesterday.
No. This is it's coming. The media is part of the send the messages. And the Indian politicians and all the leaders of India is much qualified, and they are professionally to do their job. Not explain to them what to do, but we hope. This is request, and this request is coming through the media. And will be later. It's coming maybe directly through official channels.
Okay. So my final question. Former Indian Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh died in December. We saw you paying your homage as well. And this very building where I'm standing, the Palestinian embassy, was inaugurated by him. So essentially, your tributes as well. We saw you have engaged with the Congress leaders as well. You met with Priyanka Gandhi as well. So if you can talk about your engagements and your tribute, of course, which you paid to Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Yes, we show our respect, and we carry bouquet of flowers from by the name of the President of Palestinian Authority, His Excellency Mahmoud Abbas, to show our respect to his demise, former Prime Minister. When he is given us allocated the land, 4,000 meters here in 2005, it's coming in the first visit of the President Abbas here. Then in 2008, he's bought the stone here. Then 2012, and the President Abbas inaugurated this building. But his position was the Prime Minister of India. So to show our appreciate and our respect for his demise. And he's also, when he was the Prime Minister, he's also coming to the embassy in Vazan Vihar and write his condolence on the demise of the Palestinian leader, President Yasser Arafat. And Mr. Manmohan Singh in 1992, when he was Union Minister of Finance, he met Yasser Arafat here, So we have, but we show our respect to him as his support, but he was the Prime Minister of India. He has in position, he has in chair, So this is, and we are, as a Palestinians, we are a friend with India. Our career or our we have long career of friendship with India since the Indian national movement before the independence. Whatever the government who's ruling India, till now we have good relation with the Prime Minister Modi, and we have good relation with the new government, and this government is ruling now, and he's elected and by the democratics. So we have very good relation also with them, and with the Prime Minister we also still recall and remembering his first visit to Ramallah in 2017, and he's announced and released 5 main projects in Ramallah, cost $41 million. One of them is Indian hospital, 29 million, and others programs. We respect and we appreciate, and we are really remembering his political and his support when he was in visiting Palestine. And he also, Prime Minister Modi, has given his homage on the Yasser Arafat, place. So we are in same way or same space between all Indian parties, So that's.
And India has continued its support for the UNRWA as well, the UNRA refugee organization.
Yes, since 2018 they are given the Indian government in the tenure of Prime Minister Modi. He's raised the support contribution to UNRWA for 5 million. Before was 2 million a year. It became 5 million a year UNRWA. What is meaning? It's meaning not only money. It's meaning political step also that India deny and not taking care of Israelis' decision in Knesset to ban the UNRWA services in the West Bank or Gaza or East Jerusalem. It means that India will continue. It's not only budget or not only money. It means political step that we believe of the role of UNRWA. We will continue to support UNRWA. So we respect also this step and looking forward to continue this contribution to help UNRWA to give in its services to the refugees people.
On that note, thank you so much, sir, for speaking to WION. The ceasefire is something that the world has clearly welcomed. The Indian government also welcomed the ceasefire as well, and essentially that can help in number of projects like the India, Middle East, Europe corridor as well. So. On that note, I would like to finish, but since India has welcomed the entire ceasefire, any comments on that?
No, thank you. We are also welcome Indian positions, and it is express Indian foreign policy views till what has happened. We respect this, but we also looking forward for particularly steps on the ground, as I mentioned in my interview, to go forward for working steps on the ground in Gaza after the ceasefire became finalized.
Thank you so much, sir. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Sidhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.